So we want to move our rib to the left, and we are now on a purl row. So it's a reverse stockinette row, and we are on the right side. So when we move all of our stitches to the left, it means that we, at the beginning of the rib, take one stitch out and add it to the purl stitches. And then at the end of the rib, we're going to take one stitch from the stockinette section and add it to the rib. That's how we progress our rib to the left. We're going to take out the marker, and now we need to take out one stitch and add it to the purl stitches. So the first stitch here is going to be a purl stitch. We have our 2 twisted stitches, which are always moved from the front. So let's take a marker and place these 2 stitches, the column that we want to move, on the marker or cable needle and place it in the front. The next stitch we want to work, that's the stitch that we're going to add to that section, and it's a purl stitch because the background is a purl now. We're on the reverse stockinette row. So we added one purl stitch, and we can place the marker here because we took it out of the rib, and now actually we begin the rib. Let's place our 2 stitches of the rib on the left hand needle. The first 2 stitches and the last 2 stitches are always the stitches we use to blend with the background. They are not considered as our rib columns. They are kind of the background. So in a reverse stockinette, these stitches, the first 2 and the last 2, are going to be blended also with the reverse stockinette purl stitches. So the first 2 stitches are going to be purl, and this completes the first cable. It's the left cable, and all of the 3 stitches of the first cable are purl stitches because they are all connected to the reverse stockinette row, the purl row. Now we begin the regular left-leaning cables. So we need to purl the first stitch. We always have 2 purl stitches after the rib column. So the first purl stitch is from the 2. The previous purl stitch was used in the cable and went behind to be added to the section. So we only have 1 purl stitch, and now the next cable is going to bring the purl stitch from this space, from the left of the column, from the back to the right. We always have a 2 by 2 rib. So when we go to the left, we always borrow 1 purl stitch from the next purl column to the previous column. And then the second purl stitch we are purling after the cable. That's the order. So we're going to take the 2 knit stitch, twisted knit stitch column to the front. We have 2 blended twisted knit stitch blended with a reverse stockinette. We have 1 purl, and that's the second purl that we borrow from the next column. We're going to bring our twisted stitches back to the left hand needle, and this cable, the rib, is regular rib, so we're going to knit them to the back loop, twisted knits. So that's a 1 twisted and 2 twisted, and then we have the first purl stitch here to purl, and we are missing 1 more purl stitch. Where is it? It's in the next purls column, and we're going to bring it from the back. Let's take our twisted knits to the front, and there it is. That's our pearl. We're going to the left. We're bringing the twisted stitches to the left 1 stitch every time. So we have 2 twisted, 2 pearls. The twisted remain twisted, so let's knit them to the back loop. And again we have 1 more pearl before the next column of twisted stitches. We're going to take them and hold them in front so we can borrow the next pearl stitch and add it to our 2 pearls column. Take the knitted stitches, the twisted stitches, and knit them to the back loop. So this is the logic. We always progress the 2 twisted stitches 1 stitch to the left, so the pearl is going from the back and added to the pearl columns. Let's do that all the way to 2 stitches before the marker, where we're going to end our rib. On our last cable, I want to show you how I do the cable without the marker or cable needle. For me it's faster. If you want to try it, then okay. So the 2 twisted stitches are always in the front. It means that I need to take the 3rd stitch, the pearl stitch, and bring it from the back to the right of them. That's the twist. So they are going in front to the left. This one is going from the back to the right. I'm taking my right hand needle and I'm going to insert it into the 3rd stitch, which I want to bring to be the first from the back. I'm going to hold all 3 stitches with my right hand in their base, so they are not going anywhere. And just for a second, I'm going to pull my left hand needle out of the 3 stitches and right back into just the twisted stitches. So the 3rd stitch is on my right hand needle and the first 2 stitches are on my left hand needle. And now I can twist them. Each one is going to the right place. I'm going to place the stitch I took with my right hand needle back to the left because I need to work it. And I actually just rearranged the stitches in the right position. Now I need to purl that stitch, the first stitch, because I only have 1 purl stitch here. I need to have 2 purls, and the 2 stitches, the 2 twisted stitches remain twisted stitches. I'm going to knit them to the back loop. So this is how I work the left leaning cable. We have 1 purl stitch after the cable, and now we have our 2 last stitches of the rib. Remember, at the beginning of the rib we took out 1 stitch and added it to this stockinette section, and the rib stitch count never changes, so we need to add 1 stitch from the next stockinette into the rib. So we're going to do it the same. It's the same movement. So I'm going to take out my marker because I'm going to place it after the cable. And these 2 stitches, the edge stitches, need to come from the front, go to the left. And the 3rd stitch from the first one from the stockinette, I need to add it from the back to the rib to become my 2nd missing purl stitch. So you can place these stitches on a marker and hold them to the front, but I'm going to show you again how I do it. So I'm going to take the 3rd stitch with my right hand needle, hold all 3 stitches in the base with my right hand, and I'm going to pull for a second my left hand needle from all three and just insert it to the first two, because the third one is already secured here on my right hand needle. I'm repositioning the stitches. I'm bringing back the stitch I slipped because I need to work it. And we have one purl stitch. This means that the next one must be a purl, because we always have a 2 by 2 purl stitches. And as I said at the beginning, the first 2 stitches are always blended in our stripes, so they need to be purl stitches because we're on a reverse stockinette row. So these stitches will also be purl stitches. So we're going to purl the 2, and these are our edge stitches, and we can place the marker after the edge stitches, and we didn't change the stitch count of the rib. Now we can continue purling the stockinette area section.